Basically, I'm going to give you a sentence or a list of sentences, and you tell me who or what sort of best fits that mold. And because we've got quite a few questions, we'll do sort of the quick version. So, funniest person in the locker room?
Owen Hart.
Well, and you know what? You might be right there because I've written a book.
Hey!
Look at that! I wrote a book on Owen Hart as well. So
what a great guy! What a great guy!
Yeah, do you know? I never had your contact information when I was researching the book. But did he have any ribs specifically that he did around you?
No. Owen was so funny, and he never did ribs on me, and not that I know of. But anyway,
all right,
funny guy and a likable guy.
Yes, definitely. Every person I spoke to said the exact same thing. A really likable guy. I haven't got my glasses on either, so I'm struggling here. The last man standing at the bar. I know you weren't like a big drinker, but who did you hear?
I don't know. King Tonga.
You're not the first person to say that either. Your absolute favorite. In fact, you know what? The most talented wrestler you ever worked with.
There's a couple, but I'll have to say Tito Santana.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what? We just did, Don and I just did two podcasts on Tito Santana as well, so that's sort of a good tie-in. But yeah, pretty much the same from Don, he'd said. That's probably an obvious one. So I'm going to go the worst hotel you ever stayed in.
Oh my God, the worst hotel. I would have to say a Night's Inn in Georgia. It was those Nights Inn there with the purple curtains and the purple everything when you go in the Nights Inn. That had to be one of the worst there when the air conditioning wasn't working and I was seeing a lot of purple.
The wrestler who would be least likely to visit the laundry.
I am the Mountie.
No, God, you were the.
I'm lucky. My girlfriend, she does all that. I'm not a laundryman guy. I got other problems.
I'll give you this one: the smelliest wrestler you had to take on in the ring.
Okay, Jesus Christ, and there were a few, but you know what? To tell you the truth, I don't way, but to be honest with you, most of the guys were pretty clean. The guys that that I work with, it's not like hockey players. When you leave your hockey stuff there in the garage for a couple of weeks, so the guys used to pretty much wash their tights. But I gotta tell you, I've had a few smells off of Anvil Neidhart, but it wasn't too bad. Those are the memories. It wasn't too bad. It was mostly the tights, I think. But anyway.
That is never a name I've had before, so it's nice to have a brand new name for that answer. The clumsiest wrestler in the ring.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Clumsiest wrestler in the ring. Yeah. In the WWF, there weren't that many clumsy wrestlers because if you made it there, you had to be good. But I was one of the bushwhackers because they were so unorthodox. They were so different. We'd say they were clumsy, but Luke wasn't so bad. But Butch, the other one, he was a little worse. They were unexpected. You never know where to go with them. And but great guys. Don't get me wrong. It's just a little clumsy, I guess.
And wrestling's biggest unsung hero. It could be a wrestler. It could be someone in the back who is making things happen that we wouldn't hear about.
You mean one of the guys that made it happen but never was recognized for
Exactly.
Okay. That's a good question. A lot of things are going between my ears here. Hold on. I would have to say one of the guys. Jesus, why is it always coming back to me? Hold on a second. Let me think here. One of the guys that never got the break that they should have had, or that they weren't used to the full capacity of what they could have been. Jesus, that's a great question. I'd have to come back to you on that. Maybe it's going to come back because all the guys I think of, they were recognized. I'm thinking about the Coco Beware. I'm thinking about the guys. Tito Santana was good. I'm trying to think of.
I mean, it could even be someone like Howard Finkel, maybe.
Yeah. My girlfriend just said a good one. My girlfriend, she's a fan of mine. Anyway, but a guy who never got recognized. To be honest with you, and I don't know what to his full potential, but because he never reached his full potential. But do you know Annabelle? From Toronto.
I'm aware of Hannibal. Yes.
Hannibal, he had an hepatitis problem with Abdullah.
Mm-hmm.
He had a thing in court and stuff, and he was such a big guy, a strong guy. He came to wrestle at my school for a while. He was a little robotish a bit, but with the size he had and everything, I think they could have done something with him. But to be honest with you, the guys I think of, they all had a good break. Maybe the Killer Bees, the Jim Brunzell, and I think those guys, they weren't used to their full potential. They could have had. They were great workers.